Hello, this is Lara from Create Access. In this video, we will learn about adding lights, sounds, and visual effects to a Fortnite island built in Unreal Editor for Fortnite, or UEFN. While creating a 3D experience in UEFN, these additional bits of knowledge can help you elevate your island and personalize it to your own taste. We will start with adding lights to our island. Open the content drawer from the bottom left of your window and search for customizable light. Drag and drop this device onto your island and position it where you want your light to be. All assets in UEFN can be customized from the details panel on the right side of the screen. If you don't see this panel, you can open it by opening the window settings on top of your screen and selecting details. To customize your light, firstly, pick the type of light you want to use from the light type drop-down menu. Point light is an omnidirectional light source that shines light from one point out into the world. Spotlight, on the other hand, is a directional light source that shines light to a specific direction. When you select the spotlight option, the direction of the cone on your viewport will determine where your light is shining. After selecting your light type, you can customize further in the details panel by picking your light's color and size. Here, you can also pick whether you want your light to cast shadows on an object or not. Lastly, open the drop-down for the advanced light settings and head to light intensity. Here, you can choose how bright or how dim you want your light to be. By default, the sky in Fortnite Island cycles continuously between day and night. You can preview different times of the day by using the time of day slider on top of the viewport. However, the slider is only a viewport preview, and these changes are only temporary. To change the sky and universal time of your island permanently, use the day sequence device. Add this device to your island from the content drawer. Under General Settings, change the day-night cycle to fixed time, and set the hour to your desired time. If you'd like to add an ambient sound to your island, such as the sound of birds chirping or background music, you can do so by adding a radio device. Type radio device into the content drawer search bar and drag the device onto your island. To preview sounds from the Fortnite library, search for sounds in content drawer and click on the sound cue assets. A short preview of the sound will play, helping you decide which sounds you would like to use on your island. When you make a decision, head to the Details panel of Radio Device and click on the Audio drop-down menu. Here you can select the available sounds that you would like to use for your radio device. You can also import your own sounds into the content drawer, and it will appear in the same drop-down selection. The sounds from audio devices do not play in the viewport of UEFN. To hear sounds and music in-game, you need to launch Session and open your island in Fortnite. By default, the sounds from radio device will get quieter when the player gets further from it. You can change the setting and make your background sound universal by heading to Advanced Settings and unchecking Limit Audio Distance. To add visual effects to your scene, such as snow, rain, disco lights, or explosions, use the VFX spawner device. Under the visual effects drop-down, you'll see dozens of pre-built visual effects from the Fortnite library. If you change the effect type to burst, you can also find a few more options for explosions. Like many other devices in UEFN, you can make these visual effects get triggered based on specific moments or player actions. For example, we can add a button that will turn on and off our visual effect. Search for Switch device under Content Drawer and place it on your island. Select the VFX spawner from the viewport and in Details panel, scroll down to User Options Functions section. Here, click the plus icon next to Enable setting and select the Switch device we added to our island earlier. For the second drop-down, pick On Turned On option. Follow the same process for the Disable setting. Select the Switch device and this time pick On Turned Off option. When you launch your game, the player will be able to turn your VFX on and off by interacting with the switch. If you'd like to create basic visual effects to add to your island, such as sparkles or smoke, you can do so with the VFX Creator device. This device can be triggered the same way as VFX Spawner, but has additional settings to customize your own VFX. In visual effects, each individual piece that makes up the effect is called a sprite. In Details panel of VFX Creator, you can change the size or the color of the sprites as you wish. You can also check the Use Random Color setting to spawn different colored sprites randomly. You can change the sprite duration setting to determine how long each sprite is visible in seconds until it disappears. Setting duration to a high number can make your effect last longer visually. Use the Effect Gravity setting to change the amount of gravity that affects your sprites. If you set the gravity to a low number, your sprites will float in space until they disappear. If you set it to a high enough number, the sprites will barely move upwards before being dragged down. Lastly, if you want your effect to be continuous instead of in small bursts, use the Time Between Loops setting in the Details panel. You can scroll past Advanced Settings or simply search it in the search bar. Setting Time Between Loops to 0 will make your visual effects continuous. To make universal visual changes to your entire island, such as a black and white filter or a cartoony look, you can use post-process devices. In Details panel, under Post-Process Effect, use the drop-down menu to look through pre-existing Fortnite effects. Selecting a different effect will not change your viewport view. To see what it looks like, you need to launch session. After launching your session, you will enter Fortnite Creative's edit mode. Find the post-process device on your island and press E to open the Customize settings. Here, you can scroll through different post-process effects faster and choose the one you like. By default, the effect duration is set to 0. This means the post-process effect will be applied non-stop to your island. You can change the setting to a different number to determine how long your effect lasts before disappearing. Just like other devices, you can use triggers to enable or disable post-process effects throughout your island. There are many tools in UEFN that will help you customize your island and create a unique 3D experience. Using the tools from this video, along with other devices and triggers, will help you create a personal island you can be proud of. You have the freedom to mix and match different environmental effects and create something totally unique in your island. Have fun creating, and thanks for watching.